In the Sarabande from French Suite No. 5 by Johann Sebastian Bach, there is a little thing that, from a modern point of view, doesn't make sense, but from an ancient point of view, it's another thing. Discover it in this video. Welcome to this new video. I'm Riccardo, Musicus Practicus, and today I'm going to answer a very smart question by one of you who is studying the suite and dance level of the Musicus Practicus Baroque Path. So let's go straight to the point and to the question. Now, this is the comment, so he's under one of the lessons, but you cannot see it because I have to change the screen. Exactly. Giovanni asks: non capisco perché il ritmo della terza battuta debba essere considerato diverso da quello della prima, sia dal punto di vista melodico che armonico. In English, I don't understand why the rhythm of the third bar should be considered different from that one from the rhythm of the first one, from an harmonic and melodic point of view, both. Let's see and let's go straight to this point. Indeed, so what's happening here in this level, we are in the Sarabande chapter. In this video, in this lesson, I analyze this dance in particular, and then I'll write the rhythm, the elements, all what is very important to understand this dance, and then that you will apply in your compositions, in your Sarabandes. Now, as you can see, I show you the screen, the PDF, this one. One of the things I say is that the first bar is not the same as the third bar of each phrase. Why? Let's discover this. Let's play the first 8 bars, which make a big phrase 4 plus 4. So 8 bars. Okay, so what can we notice? We notice that the first bar is pam, pam, pam. I'm talking about this bar, while the third bar is tan, tan, tan. You may say, okay, but the melody has the same rhythm. True, in this specific case, the melody has the same rhythm, even though we have an appoggiatura. So this kind of appoggiatura, this ornament, takes so it's like if it's played ta 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 ta. And one more thing is that the harmony is changing here, because if we write the basso continuo, here we have a 6/8, and because we are on degree 2, oops, I made a mistake. Because we are on degree 2, we have a 6/4/3 harmony, la petit 6, and here we have a 6 which is a 5/6. So the harmony is changing. From a modern point of view, from Walter Piston point of view, is the same harmony, but from our ancient point of view, there are two different harmonies: 3/6/4, 3/4/6, and 5/6. This from an harmonic point of view. Then we have to see if in the following phrases this is something which is recurring, or it's just something random that happens here. Because if it is something random, probably it's the same rhythm, the same thing. But if it is different, if we can find these repetitions, this thing, even in the following bars, probably we have two different rhythms. Let's see what's happening in the next phrase. Here we have a clear rhythm, pam, where the harmony is not changing. It's 2/4/6 and 2/4/6 in the first two beats. So we confirm tan, ta, tan, tan. We confirm the same rhythm, and in the third bar, actually, the harmony takes something more, because it takes 4/4/3/2/3, and we clearly have this. So we have something which is 1, 2, and 3. And for this reason, if we want to beat this, we have to beat it this way. Ta, 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 clearly hear a tan, tan, tan. 1, 2, and 3. Let's play again the second phrase. Now, let's see what's happening in the following phrase. Here, in the first bar, we have an arpeggio, so the harmony is not changed, it's a 3-6. And here we have something which is a suspension in the bass, resolving, preparation, suspension, resolution, and then it continues down. So here we have 1, 2, and 3. We have something which doesn't take the dotted rhythm in the third bar. You see? 1, 2, 3, 1. 1. This is an arpeggio, an effect. What could be the reason? The reason could be that the third bar prepares the thetic point, so the resolution of the tension of the entire bar, which is arriving on the downbeat of bar number 4 of each phrase. Let's see the following phrase. The following phrase actually is not important in this because the last phrase here takes an emiola, so it's a totally different phrasing. I'll play it if you want, but it's another kind of phrasing where we have it's totally different because of the miola 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2 plus 2, as you can see with these blue notes. So the last phrase actually is very, 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 very different. Then, if we analyze even the following phrase, we can see that here we have the same harmony and just an arpeggio. And here in bar number 3, what's happening is a suspension. What's happening here is a 9, 7 resolving into 8, 6 double suspensions. Then 6, 4 double, in this case more than suspension appoggiatura, into 3, 5. So in that case the second beat creates an harmony. So that's why the second beat here is much more important than the second beat in the first bar. So yes, we could continue this way, but then the things are very similar, as you can see even in here we have the hemiola phrase, so it's not important. In this case, for example, we don't have, so we have this bar, no, this is the second bar. As you can see, this bar and this bar are totally different. I mean, they are the same thing. In bar number 1, we have 1, 2, passing tone in the bass, but the harmony is changing here and here, while in bar number 2, we have this, where 6, 5, the harmony is changing on the second beat. We have a 6, 6, 4, 5. And the cadence. So 1, 2, and it's not the case that the second beat is the highest note, because it's more important. So yes, the phrasing, more specifically from a rhythmic point of view, but even from an harmonic point of view, because the rhythm and the harmony are strictly connected, is different. If I want to write basso continuo, here I should write a 6. If I want then a 6, 4, 5, then 5, 5, 3, 6, and then 4, 6, and then 5, 3, and 8, as you can see. So, yes, we can definitively say that the first bar and the third bar in this phrasing, in this sarabande, are totally different. They have a different rhythm. Of course, they are similar. They are not. There's not so big difference. But in the framework of a sarabande, where small nuances are so important, and the rhythm and the position within the 4-bar phrase and then in the bigger 8-bar phrase is so important, those 2 bars have a different role. The first one, tan, ta tan, ta tan, to start the phrase slower. Exactly in the same way when you start walking, you are not this way and you start walking that way, but you are that way and you gradually start walking and you gradually increase your speed. The same thing in music. The first bar takes the beat a little longer, and then in the third bar we have to arrive to the 4th bar, which is resolving. So as you can see, we can clearly see a 1, 2, 3 without a dotted harmony, as we can see, a dotted rhythm, so even the harmony is implied, as we can see in the first bar. Then, if you want to learn all these things, you can join the 3 levels that you can find on the Musicus Practicus Academy Baroque Path. We are in the 3rd level of the Baroque Path, and then you can continue with the full paths. All the info are here in the description, and here is how the Suite and Dance course level works. Every self-respecting Baroque composer wrote at least one suite with their own dances. Think of Bach's French suites, Handel's suite, or harpsichord partitas by other great composers. Composing a suite is a true challenge. Each dance has its own rhythms, phrasing, style, and unique character. And if you don't study how each one works, you risk writing an allemand that sounds like a gavotte, a French courante that feels like a sarabande, or a minuet that turns into a passe-pied. No, no, no! What you need is structure, method, and the right knowledge. That's why I created an entire level on the Musicus Practicus Baroque Path dedicated to composing a complete Baroque suite with all its dances. The dances you'll study include allemande, sarabande, minuet, gavotte, bourrée, French courante, Italian corrente, passe-pied, lourd, French jig, and Italian jig-up. Each dance is introduced in a carefully structured didactical order, and for every one of them I've designed a target learning method, the most effective one I've used and I use in my one-to-one lessons, which has helped students achieve faster and more solid results. First, we studied the compositional elements of each dance, rhythm, phrasing, and structure. Then we analyze many real examples from different composers so you can learn directly from them and be inspired by their work. Finally, the active part. We compose 2 full suites together, writing 2 dances for each type, one in B flat major and the other one in B minor, to explore the expressive richness of both major and minor modes. All of these and much more in the 3rd level of the Musicus Practicus Baroque Path, Suite and Dances. Click the link to download the free ebook on Suite and Dances and to explore the full content. Then get started with the 3 levels you can find on the Musicus Practicus Academy free. Then choose the complete path that suits you best and get ready to compose your Baroque suite as if you had lived in the 18th century.